freshman would spit his gum out on the floor. The way these kids carry on, I might as well be a zookeeper.
What's up, Slice? Big Zero, dude. Chillin'. Word. Word up.
How charming. Since when did they allow apes to go about freely? May I ask what that series of grunts and gestures was supposed to represent? I mean, what language do you call that? Chimpanzees?
Well,
there, you see? No wonder the youth of today is misunderstood. They don't speak English.
Mr. Lippman, I find that to be a banal interpretation of the living language as we know it. I submit that the purpose of a language goes far beyond this simple preservation of its mechanics. Wouldn't you agree, Walter?
Most indubitably, Kevin. In my opinion, the needs of expression take precedent over the means. Wouldn't you concur, sir?
Well, I would have to stipulate that. Wait a minute. What rubbish. You two illiterates know as much about English as an orangutan. Well, you freshmen aren't fit to spell my name.
Well, I don't know about that, Mr. Lippman. From what I've seen, most freshmen have mastered spelling your name. Shall we, Walter? Indeed.
Smart aleck ninth graders. Always trying to get my... Hey! Come back here!
Today's episode, language.
Hey, do you ever think about what a miracle language is?
Not the kind of language my dad uses when he sees my report card.
She's talking about the fact that we have a language, that people can talk.
Yeah, you know, it's pretty amazing that humans can communicate so much information just by opening their mouths.
Yeah, especially amazing for Walter, since his mouth is usually full of corn chips or pizza or something.
Hey, I'm cutting back, man. Well, I'm eating lots of carrot sticks at home.
Well, one of the things you learn as a freshman is how important all aspects of language are to your future, like reading, writing, and speaking.
Yeah, the kids who know how to use correct grammar seem to glide right through essays and stuff.
There's nothing so difficult about the English language. It's a fairly logical system of symbols and representative sounds. No one knows better than me.
Better than I, Dorcas.
What?
Better than I, not better than me.
She's right.
Who says?
Miss Topaz, our English teacher, we learned it in sentence diagramming.
Miss Topaz is so hot. I never learned anything in that class. So what's your excuse for your 6 other classes?
Oh.
Hey, Alex, tell them about Billy Cushman.
Oh, man, Billy Cushman, that was too much. We were doing the same stuff, sentence diagramming, right? Oh, and Miss Topaz was being particularly ditzy that day. This is too weird, but she started asking everyone for examples, right?
All right now, class. When I give you a grammatical term, I want you to use it in a sentence. Billy Cushman, present participle.
Miss Topaz, I had a whole plate of beans for lunch. I gotta go to the bathroom. My stomach is aching.
Stomach is aching is an excellent example of a present participle. Excellent start, class. Now, may I have another example?
Please let him go, Miss Topaz. Before his insides start erupting.
Insides start erupting. Very good, Alex. Now, I'd like an example of a past participle.
Excuse me. I've been burped on by Billy, and I can tell you she's right, Miss Topaz.
Been burped on. Very good. Now, let's have an adverb.
Oh, if we don't do something soon, this place is going to be gross and smelly.
No, Tara. Gross and smelly is an adjective, not an adverb.
But Miss Topaz, Billy reacts horribly to the cafeteria food.
Reacts horribly. Much better. Now, preposition. Anybody.
We'll all pass out from the stench if we live after the explosion. We're talking about an emergency here, Miss Topaz.
Everybody should get under their desk.
Under their desk. Very good. Now, let's try an ellipsis. That's a sentence in which certain words are completely left out. love an ellipsis. Oh, it's so inspiring for the class to know that our vice principal has a complete understanding of the language. Tara, dinner's on the table, honey.
What, no TV tonight?
We've got to talk to our daughter for a change.
But she never says anything.
Oh, that's because we haven't been speaking her language. I made a list of words kids today use.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
Hi,
dear.
Awesome meatloaf, dear.
Oh, is it, totally rad?
Deft. Hey, I'm jamming on these potatoes, too.
Dude! How was school today, Tara? Did any dweebs gross you out?
Did any senior diss you? I mean, if any senior disses my daughter, I'm going to diss him right back. I can diss it out and I can take it.
Meet any hulkacious bohunks?
Can you pass the salt, please?
Lay the salt on her, hon. Hey, how's the term paper coming? Is it a total bummer to the max? So sure, no way, Jose?
Let's just talk about your day, Dad.
She's never asked me about my day before.
It's because you're speaking her language.
Radical! Makes me wanna get busy!
Oh.
Well, I'm rad! I'm a rad dad. Of all the daddy-os in this hood, I'm the only homeboy that's bad.
And that's good.
Check me out with the mic, I'm the #1 pop. Your old man is pumping out the hippest hip-hop, cause I'm rad. I'm a rad dad. If there's a dance match, you know I'd win it. Give me your record so Papa can spin it. A word to your friend. We be jamming. Oh no, honey, Zenfir, master of the pan flute.
You guys are utterly preposterous.
Utterly preposterous?
Must be some new way of saying we're far out. Totally excellent.
Oh, we're good.
You guys, I appreciate you trying to be on my level, but I think there will always be a language barrier between kids and adults.
Are you trying to tell me that parents don't understand kids? Look, when I was a kid, we had our own hip language.
That's right, dear, but we never imagined the things kids would be saying in this decade.
That's what happens to language over the years, folks.
Honey, did your voice change?
No. It sounded like Uncle Snook.
No, it's not Uncle Snook. And it's not Mom's voice either. It's Mr. History. I never thought I'd be glad to hear from him.
I don't even know your Uncle Snook. But here's something I do know. Our language is constantly changing. In fact, a kid from the 1990s would be totally lost in the parlance of the roaring 20s. Come back in time with me to the bubblegum prohibition era, where kids made their own bubblegum in bathtubs.
Hey, Grandpa, you better find another place to do your squawking in, or someone might decide to drop the safe on you.
They were also extremely rude to their elders.
Hey, gee, boss, can I taste the gum? Put a sock in it, Fats, and keep stirring. I gotta think. And fast. Kids just ain't chewing enough gum. And here's the rub. My operation's going belly up.
Huh. I knew you was going nowheres making bubble gum.
Pipe down, Hot Lips. I'll be making jawbreakers, you get me? I gotta find a way to move this stuff. Gee, boss, I'll move it for you. Just tell me where to put it. Come here. That's how to get stuck with a dope like you. Quick, stash the shine, boys. Fast. Here it is, and give him the brush. Who is it?
Telegram for Mr. Kelly. All right, everybody, show me your armpit.
It's Babyface Live!
Hello, Babyface. You're a little out of your league here, ain't ya?
Yeah.
You know, a guy can really fall for a couple of dames like you. About 5 stories by my reckoning. Now, which one of you is Machine Gun Kelly?
Right behind you, sapsucker. Fats, watch the door. And why don't you scram, mister, before I fit you for a pair of cement overshoes?
Yeah? Got your wingtips?
Ah, comedian, eh? Let's see how hard you laugh from the bottom of the bank.
Keep your shorts on, Machine Gun. I came to get a deal. Kelly, I got a way to move the chew. We make Lippy the stooge. Here's the poop.
Ew, where?
Change it. It's a he.
Well, I hate to break up the party. Well, what have we here? This wouldn't be bathtub bubblegum, would it?
Nah, we was just making, pencil erasers to further the Ames education. There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
Nothing a few years of detention wouldn't fix. You're a long way from Southside High, babyface. Maybe you should have stayed there. All right, boys, book 'em a ride on the Lippman Express.
Not so fast, Lippy.
Don't be a fool, babyface. The jig's up.
Not the one I'm playing. Boys, let's make 'em dance.
Okay, Lippy. Here's the deal. We want a new rule around this dump, and you're the one who's gonna twine the screws. Tell him, babyface.
We want kids in class to fling at gum, see? And that's where the teachers come in.
Oh, sure. Why don't I just have the teacher say something like, I hope you brought enough gum for the whole class.
That's it, boys. Yeah, enough for the whole class.
Forget it!
And so, from the culture of the Roaring Twenties comes a time-honored tradition observed to this day. Of course, the administrators turned the table on the gum crackers. And Machine Gum, Babyface, and the rest of their mob ended up chewing their gum in detention.
Hey, didn't I tell you to take a powder? Let's get 'em, boys.
It's time for another study break, where we scan out a commercial. Check this.
Of course, you may wish to supplement your average by submitting extra credit assignments for my approval. This material will be judged on a percentage point basis and, of course, certain pre-established criteria. Now, I think...
Sound familiar? How many times have you sat in a classroom, listened to a teacher say something, but wondered what the heck he or she was talking about? Wouldn't it be great to know what they're saying? Well, now you can learn the secret language of teachers thanks to Kevin's School of Teacher Translation. In just 4 short weeks, you'll learn that when a teacher says...
I think you'll find this class very challenging.
What he really means is...
Unless you already have a doctorate in astrophysics, you don't have a prayer of passing even one test in this class.
Surprised? Well, you won't be for long. You've seen those courses for French and Spanish lessons. Heck, maybe you've even taken one. But here's a course you can really use. Kevin's School of Teacher Translation. Just look what you can learn. For instance, I bet you didn't know that when a teacher says...
You know, students, on this last test, I don't think you really applied yourselves.
What he really means is...
You people are so stupid, it blows my mind.
Fantastic, isn't it? Wait until you find out that when a teacher says...
Excuse me, young lady, would you like to share this note with the rest of us?
What he really means is...
Would you like to read this extremely personal note aloud and completely humiliate yourself in front of everyone?
And now you, too, can translate what teachers say into what teachers mean. Sign up now for Kevin's School of Teacher Translation and find out what teachers are really saying to you. Here's my extra credit assignment.
Oh. But the sun? Just a bunch of hot air? You know, Kevin, I don't think this is going to help your grade at all.
Don't worry. What he really means is...
You know, Kevin, I don't think this is going to help your grade at all.
Uh-oh.
Welcome Freshmen will return in a moment. It's 1 minute and 41 seconds to be exact. Are you contradicting me, Merv? No, Alex.
Welcome Freshmen will return in back to Welcome Freshmen.
Time for another bun-crunching gym class, starring that Princess of Pain, Coach Rochelle.
All right, you slough-offs. I've been informed that dance has been added to our curriculum. So get those miserable carcasses into a line. Okay, second position, grand plie. I said grand plie. What's wrong with you people?
What's a grand plie?
It looks like this. Maybe we'll skip that one. Okay, rond de jambe, échappé relevé, pas de chat, tour jeté. I said tour jeté.
Coach, this lingo is really really confusing.
She's right, Coach. How can we do this if we don't even understand the language?
Yeah, isn't there any dance stuff we can do in English?
So, the little prima donnas don't understand the language of dance. Well, perhaps you have a point. Obviously not a toe point. Well, from now on, we'll dance in English, ladies. Only we'll do it the Coach Rochelle way. Swing your partner. Swing your corner. Squat thrust. 1, 2. Stretch to the left, stretch to the right. Do it now and get it right. All join hands. Keep knee bent. Move those lazy big rear runs. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1
Only
and 2.
Coach Rochelle could turn square dancing into a workout. I wonder what she does with hip-hop.
Hip-hop? Hip-po is more like it.
And 1 and 2 and swing it around. Couple number 2, you pipe down. Now promenade and turn those wheels.
You know, this student exchange program is the most exciting thing that's happened here in weeks.
What about when Dennis Knudsen had out all the frogs in biology?
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good.
Hey, there's Martine, that girl from Paris. A vision of loveliness.
Yeah, she certainly has that je ne sais something. But her friend Monique is even cuter.
My heart is spinning like a wheel of free cheese. Hey, here they come.
Cool your jets, Merv LaFleur. My command of their native tongue will do the trick.
Kevin, you can speak French to save your life.
French is the language of love, mon ami. Thus it comes naturally to moi. Bonjour, Monique. Je veux emprunter votre stylo.
What did you say?
I told her she had beautiful hair.
Wow, fast work. She wants your phone number, man.
Awesome. Regardez. Mon confort, c'est ton sac.
What's that mean?
I told her that her eyes are like pools of fire.
You must have really turned her on. She wants you to carry your books.
Oh, yeah? Watch me totally wrap her around my little finger. J'ai du fromage dans mon oreille. I told her that her voice is music to my ears.
Oh, man, they're all over you. You're driving them crazy. Wait, let me try. Croissant. Bray? Dun, 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 dun.
Yo, funky French mademoiselle ladies. Walter, get lost.
Yeah, we're about to score wild.
Besides, you can't speak French.
I can, too. French fry. French toast.
Dormez-vous.
French
Dormez-vous.
vanilla. French poodle.
Votre bibliothèque dans la chienne.
What a bunch of losers. What's that mean in English?
I think it means, follow me.
And lastly, the freshman chemistry project in Mr. Henderson's class was disposed of safely and without incident. I trust you freshmen will remember that flammable and inflammable mean the same thing. That is all. Thank you.
Got another one, Lippy.
Freshmen, what a curse. It's a wonder they don't blow up the whole school. Wouldn't it be great to let the world know what numbskulls today's youth are? Think of the material I'd have. Yeah, I'd knock 'em dead. Thank you. No, really. You're too good to me. Oh, thank you. Well, hey, speaking of freshmen, how does a freshman spell relief? Wrong. That's out. So, anyone here ever been to a freshman party? Show of hands? I'll give you a hint. Don't flush the punch bowl. Love that one. Hey, did you hear about the freshman who had no nose? You wonder how a kid like that could smell, right? Terrible. That's out, like all the freshmen. Thank you. No, really. Hey, I tell you, it ain't easy being me. What with all of the ninth graders I have to deal with. Hey, how do you know if a freshman's been in your refrigerator? By the boogers and the peanut butter. How do you know when a freshman has to go to the bathroom? Anybody? It's the only time he raises his hand. I got a million of them. Hey, how do you get a freshman's attention? Yank on his leash. Well, it looks like I'm out of time here, but hey, let me leave you with this parting thought. What's the closest thing to a freshman? Head lice. Bye, everybody. You've
great. Don't forget to tip your teachers. Thanks for coming.
Boy, talk about butchering the English language.
Really? That Lippman definitely does not have a way with words.
Yeah, he should stick to grunting and scratching like his ancestors.
Interesting you should mention that, Alex. Much of our language is unspoken, you know. In fact, physical gestures can say a lot.
Well, I have a physical gesture for you, Murph.
Ooh. He's right. A person can telegraph information visually, just by how they look, through their body language. You know what they say. A picture is worth 1,000 words.
Except for Walter's picture, which is worth 1 word. Ugly.
Yeah, well, then your picture is worth 1,000 woofs, Alex. Oh, yes.
There, see? A perfect example of body language.
What, 2 idiots playing patty cake?
Oh, come on, Alex. You know what I'm saying. Body language is always being used. Just watch people sometimes. It could be the way they stand or how they cross their arms. Take that school dance we were at last week.
Yeah, the music was so loud, body language was practically a necessity.
Merv, you're the only person I know who will go to a party and ask them to turn it down.
Hey, speaking of body language, remember Sarah Phillips? She was practically shouting at every guy with her body.
Really? What was she shouting about?
Never mind, Walter. You wouldn't understand.
Oh, right, Merv. And I guess you don't remember trying to communicate with Rachel Bradley.
Oh, man, I've never seen Merv man so nervous. Body language does not lie.
I wasn't nervous. We just couldn't communicate with all that racket.
Looks like you sent a pretty clear message to you, Murph, without uttering a word.
Hey, how about the infamous body language of Billy Cushman?
That kind of body language can clear a room in a second.
Oh, and what about Don Juan, the ladies' man of the 90s?
Yeah, what exactly were you saying with your body here, Kevin?
Whoa, I was saying, see ya.
And where were you all this time, Tara?
She was communing with that guy, Pablo. Her face said it all. I'm in love.
I am not.
Well, what about you, Alex? What signal did you send that guy from math class who asked you to dance?
I politely told him to get a light.
The person with the most expressive body was definitely Walter.
Yeah, except nobody understands his body language.
Well, he sure made a big splash.
Maybe, but not with Knuckles Mahoney.
Yeah, and one thing about Knuckles, his body language speaks loud and clear.
Yeah, I guess I gotta learn to tell my body when to be quiet.
I think I'll leave that one alone.
Well, I, for one, am going to keep to computer language. At least that way I won't have to deal with human idiosyncrasies.
And a computer can't turn down a date either, right, Merv?
That's right, Alex, just like you.
Oh.
In fact, you have other things in common with a computer. If what I hear is true, you're also user-friendly.
Oh, really, Merv? If you know so much about me, then I guess you know that my actions speak louder than my words.
Let me rephrase what I just said.
You're dead, rat boy.
What are you so happy about?
I was just thinking of the wonder of human communication. Alex and Merv just did something that only language makes possible.
What do you mean, Tara? Looked like she was gonna kill him.
Nah, that's one thing about language. You can act tough without really doing anything.
Yeah, Alex may threaten a lot, but her bark is worse than her bite.
You think? Sure, she's full of bluster and bravado, but she never follows through.
I don't know, you guys.
Good old Alex. She doesn't mince words, but she wouldn't hurt a flea, let alone Merv.
Yeah, Merv doesn't have to worry. Sticks and stones may break his bones, but words will never hurt him.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Stay tuned, Americans. Boney is running for president on the Wienerville election special. Next, only on Nick.